Be like,
Trying to yell without moving your mouth.
look. Okay. All right, y'all. So, um,
Do the intro.
I was about to. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. uh, okay. Hey, y'all. This is Whoallcomin. I'm Marooned Assassin. We got Jmonea. How you doing?
Hey.
So, how many stars for the week?
Um, we can do negative up to -5. I believe that's fair. So I'm gonna say -2. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's good. You didn't take
-2.
all the negative stars. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
no, no. I'm gonna say some of them. So
Mm-hmm.
I got fired last week. Um,
By accident.
I was fired for a whole day in the system, and it had me feeling some type of way. 19
hmm
years of service, but got fired just by accident.
Oh,
So
wouldn't that be stupid if they reset your time,
girl,
like
no,
your seniority?
I still have to check it because I knew I needed to look it up, but I didn't look into it.
Okay, you better
Uh,
do it, girl.
but I'm gonna make sure because I'm fully vested, okay? But yeah, so that happened. So that's gonna take away, at least 5 points because that's horrible. I didn't even do nothing. I ain't go
Right,
up on nobody or nothing. But
right.
you
I didn't
know,
even do nothing to deserve to be fired.
yeah. So I mean, and then I got my bonus, and then they taxed the fuck out of the bonus after not giving us even half of what we were supposed to be getting in our bonuses. So, there is that, which also contributed to me not being able to move this summer. Uh, and then, mama being in the hospital. So, what about you, girl?
I feel like when you end on the mom being in the hospital, I gotta,
Yeah, like automatically I gotta be like, I have 5 stars for the week. I feel
uh,
like I had a great week. No.
no,
No.
I say I'm about 1, 2. It is definitely hard with the mom being in the hospital and stuff, whatever. And it was also a holiday, so that made it even worse. And
Oh yeah.
you know, um, but I'll say I got probably 1 or 2 stars because work is still okay. Work is still working. Uh, the house is still okay.
Housing? I was playing.
Yeah, the house is still housing. Work is still working. No, but I mean, like, there aren't any other really, big major disruptions and stuff, whatever. Um, other than dealing with that and stuff, whatever. And shoot, girl, I gotta find me a therapist because the one that didn't work out.
Oh, you already assessing or no?
No, I didn't have the session or the consultation and stuff, whatever. But that's what I'm saying. That didn't work out, so I gotta find me another one. Um, because we're taking care of our mental health this year. But
One of us. Yeah.
uh, so I say 1 star. Things are just rolling. I feel like I'm going through the motions a lot and stuff, whatever. But it's not a bad week.
Mhm.
So yeah, 1 star.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now doing what you doing?
Chilling, enjoying being off
Did you watch the solar eclipse?
by accident.
What you mean?
I was out in the car smoking,
Um,
and I was like, "Is it getting dark outside?" Then the neighbors came out. Then Mama and them came out. Like, oh, okay. But what was that red dot on the edge of the moon?
the
It looked
eclipse?
like a red light was on the edge of the moon. No, it was the moon moved over the sun, but there was a red dot on the end.
I mean, it's definitely the aliens. I mean, definitely them. No, I went and picked up the kids and everything because I was like, okay, well, there's gonna be a bunch of traffic, and I was like, I ain't trying to be in all that, so I picked up like 11, and then Jessica called me at 12:40. I said, "You watching the eclipse?" I'm like, oh yeah, girl, I seen it. That wasn't it, girl. I know they said 1:40
I
because
said I told you it was starting, but you'd have missed it. Did Cooper even wake up to see it?
yeah, he saw it like we went outside and when you said that, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. We were making the house. The kid was like, it's dark, and because Scotty was like, well, it never get dark, and I was like, oh, like, look, it did this thing. We about to go back in the house, whatever.
You
Yeah,
shouldn't have said
no.
nothing. You thought he overslept.
Man, it's a once in a lifetime experience. So we got to witness that. Although we had an eclipse in 2017, like I remember,
But it wasn't a total lunar
No, it
solar
wasn't.
eclipse.
It wasn't total eclipse. I do remember like I was leaving the movie theater and I remember looking up and being like, why it's so dark outside? Because it wasn't dark. It was like at first when you called me, where it kind of got a little bit shaded, but it wasn't dark.
Yeah, no.
Apparently everybody doesn't get the whole eclipse. So like I guess we got it, but like California and all that, they didn't get the full eclipse.
Hell, even in Houston, they didn't get the full eclipse.
So what they get? Nothing.
I thought they did because I heard Bill Nye was staying in Houston so he could watch it. I thought they did.
But it was like, I guess it wasn't a full on because of the angle.
I know that there's a dude in San Antonio. He was like, "Oh yeah, the eclipse." And he's gonna get all excited. He go outside and look up. He's like, "Okay," because he missed like in San Antonio. I guess it's not in the trajectory, so it's like, "Oh, okay." But I mean, it was nice. It was a good thing. They tried to make it like a real learning experience for the kids and all that. And I was like, they don't give a fuck. I would wait for the zombies to come out because the way they hype that shit up on TikTok.
I tried to tell you.
Hey, let me hit you a bit.
He was like, get your water, get your gas now. So I'm like, okay, well. Then it was like, oh, was the state of emergency only because people are going to be traveling to the places that are going to have the eclipse. So, your resources, oh, you look very glowy. Your resources are going to be kind of tapped out. So, I was like, okay, so we got water. You need water. And I got gas because I got to be at work in the morning super early. So I was like, well, we got that. So, pregame, what you drinking?
I am drinking root beer and whiskey.
Syrup and syrup?
It's not syrup. And actually, I think because it's a small batch, it might be actually a bourbon. 1792, small batch whiskey bourbon.
1776. Okay.
No, 1792.
I was joking. I was
I know what you are.
Joking.
Well, yeah, since you joking, what happened in 1776?
That's when the Hamilton play started.
Wow. Wow. I don't know what I expected you to say, but that was not it.
76.
Wow. Okay. The Hamilton play started. Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay.
What happened then? Since you getting judgy, don't Google that shit either, bitch.
I'm pretty sure
that I can see them.
Ain't that where the Declaration of Independence was signed? Or was that
no
when they broke apart?
Wait, they was always broken. Hold on, listen. We're gonna sound like dumb Americans right now. We don't even know American history, but you know what? I knew it to pass it. God damn it. I knew it to pass it.
Okay, what happened in 1776?
Congress voted to declare independence.
They declared independence? Okay, see, there we go. See? I
knew that. I mean, because the Hamilton play was about independence, so duh.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess you got that.
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
What up?
Not a lot. Oh, where you go?
Hold on, girl.
Oh, you go. Okay, I'm about to say.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, I like them glasses.
Thank you, girl. Shut up. Girl.
What you been up to?
Chilling, getting this National Day of Repentance tour together, girl. For May 11, we expecting over 500 people.
Oh.
Gee.
Y'all gonna come out and support them. All the gangsters and thugs gonna be there, girl, getting saved, child, repenting to Christ.
You know what? I'm gonna send heartbeats, okay? That's how I'm gonna support. I'm gonna send
Ooh.
heartbeat.
What did y'all tell me about y'all podcast?
So basically it's Who All Coming to Kinfolk podcast. We just, getting together, talking together as kinfolk can now that we grown. So we talk about whatever, however, so and if you
Yes.
haven't, you know what, you should check out the latest video, The Dick Ain't Dickin'.
The dick
Um
ain't
the
dicky.
dick ain't dickin', girl. The dick ain't dickin'. So but no, we talk. It's basically a variety show. We get together, we talk about topics and stuff, whatever, and it's usually me and Jennifer. Do you want to be
Mm-hmm.
on? BJ be on.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't reached out to a whole lot of other people and stuff, whatever. But yeah, check us out.
I think that's dope. That's dope. I have never seen twins doing a podcast. I think that's super, super dope. And y'all can really take this somewhere if you market it the correct way.
Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet. Right
Yeah,
now,
we
we're
ain't
just
got
kind
to
of
that.
getting used to, the camera and stuff, whatever. We still a little bit, a little bit raw, but we working on it. We working on it.
What's the topic tonight, girl? Give me all the tea.
All
We
right,
don't know
so
yet.
today is supposed to be Beyonce, her new album. And you're not a
Mhm.
fan, that's okay. We're not gonna go into that. But also talk about Diddy and his drama. And
Oh Lord.
yeah, so if you've been keeping up with that, but we talking about Diddy and then also the solar eclipse. And then what we typically do, introduce ourselves, and then we give our star rating of the week, like 1 through 5, like how our week kind of went, kind of like a decompression thing, like therapy, what
Mhm.
happened, we
Mhm.
not okay this week, we okay. Sometimes it get into the negative stars, okay?
Yeah, we actually having a conversation. We checking in with each other and stuff, whatever. Sometimes we go on the deeper side, parenting, relationships and stuff, whatever. Some days we keep it light.
And it's called Kinfolk what?
No, it's Who All Coming, the Kinfolk podcast.
Okay. I actually
We,
like that. And I think we can stay kind of connected on that level.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
And
really
so
what,
obviously our fans are the kinfolk too, so
but it's really what
anytime
it
we go
is.
out together, we be bringing the kinfolk with us. So
Mhm.
Hi, Jennifer, you look so pretty,
I
girl.
know, right? I know,
Okay.
right?
Y'all
So
better cut it
good.
out.
Just 'cause
Y'all
you
better
always
cut
pretty. You
it
know,
I'm
you
always
know
glowing. I
it.
know.
Look,
Jennifer, you look really, really, really pretty.
well, thank you. It's the blur, girl, and then it's the help of the ring lights.
Girl, bye.
But yeah, no, I mean it's mainly we hung out when we were younger because we got dropped off at everybody's house or whatever. So now it's us choosing to intentionally get to reconnect with each other and
Mm-hmm.
intentionally like plan to do things with each other like outside of ourselves, like what we normally do. Because for the last 13 years, all I really focused on was being a mom and going to work. So
Understood.
now I'm like, let me see what else I want to do, what else I'm interested in. I also edit the videos and like one makes beats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Like
the host, the commentator. I don't do nothing else
Jessica's
but
the
look
MC
pretty.
and kind of the
But
timekeeper because
Okay.
she.
I wonder what are we gonna talk about this Diddy stuff? Because I'm
girl, y'all
really
got to tell me. Y'all got to tell me.
I don't really know too much of what's going on, but I need to know what's going
Okay,
on.
Lulu. You don't have to tell me because she been keeping up with it, and she told me she was gonna tell me. Of course, now she got her kids in the background, but she told me
They
she was gonna
said,
tell
girl,
me what was going on.
wow. So basically, he about to go to jail for all the things that Cassie had. Here comes Scotty. You scared too?
Everybody in the background today.
Look, that's the thing.
That
Uh,
room looks nice.
hmm?
That room look nice. How you got it set up?
Oh, thank you, girl. I'm working on it. I don't have the decorator bug, but I was like, elephants is it's black, and I'm like, that's what I'm going for. Just
I love everything.
black. No. But oh here.
Okay, so what are the allegations against Sean P. Diddy Combs? Okay.
Well, he's got RICO charges against him now because I want to see how they do the like what all comes out with the sex trafficking. Like everybody's like, oh, Diddy gay. Nobody will talk about that. Well, I don't give a fuck about that. My issue is the underage people. And then the whole form of consent So apparently he didn't give a fuck about. And then he would blackmail people to handle his parties. Like, oh, you might not be doing like any of the underage stuff or whatever. But if you sniffing that booger sugar, he catch your ass
Booger sugar.
on camera.
Booger sugar. Okay.
We the same age, so it can't be like an old term to you.
Mm.
Bitches, we the same
I
age.
ain't
I know
heard
that
that
you
one.
have.
I ain't heard
I
that
know that you
one.
have. We the same age. It's not
Nope, I
that
ain't heard that one. Nope. Wow. Okay.
but yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry. I'll stop listening after Booker Sugar. Anyways, he was bribing people if you in partaking. And
Yeah,
then what now?
if you partaking and he got footage of that, you are now indebted.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
Okay.
how he got and stayed in power though, because he had something on everybody. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, that way you gotta keep your nose clean.
I'm telling you.
Literally.
I'm telling you. I don't even know why that's a thing still for us now anyway. It ain't never served us no good. Hashtag stick to the weed, cause that I mean
or alcohol, shit.
right, what alcohol? But
But,
shoot.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, supposedly she like Karusha was like transporting like peak cocaine. And they have like an instance where she took it across state lines. So,
Yep. Woo.
then you got DEA and all that, whatever. But I'm like, boo boo.
Oh yeah, she going away for a while.
Y'all better roll on this. Well, I mean, no, because they don't want her, they want him. So I'm like, yeah, whatever you know, boo boo, you better tell.
Look, for real.
Yeah,
For
better
real.
find
It's
it.
you or him. It's you or him. Okay.
Or you better
What's
give
gonna
8
be
bars
you or
on that bad
him?
boy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I say, it's diabolical, okay? Diabolical. But Diddy Holmes, trying to see. And then he's like like Diddy's trying to be like so carefree about it, whatever. But I'm like, and this sounds horrible, and I think that if all the stuff that they say happened, he needs to be held accountable. But that's like with Trump and all that, all the shit that he's done, and he's always like skirted the charges. So it's like,
The difference being he'll get away with his shit.
that's why I'm like, okay, I don't think that either one should get away with it, but I'm like,
I don't think so either, but we know how this gonna play.
I mean, yeah, he ain't getting away. He's not gonna get off scot. He's not gonna get off scot free. Cause right now he's like bicycling around Miami, acting like he ain't got no problems at all. I'm like, even if you, even if you were innocent and everything, I would not be out in the public because I know that my good name or whatever is the damage is done. And then it's always been a known industry, like secret, not so secret, that Diddy be into some weird shit.
Mm. I mean, on one hand, I can understand, if you're innocent, you're not gonna act guilty. But at the same time, I think the lady does protest too much. Okay? Because you can't tell me if you wasn't riding no bike around on a regular Tuesday before all of this came out, and then all of a sudden you just need some fresh air. No. Come on now. Come on now. And then but also everybody else that's waiting to say stuff until now, I'm like, on the real, that's not cool either, because you knew this was going down. You knew this was happening, stuff, whatever, and then you wait until somebody else say something, or you wait until something else comes out to where they can't possibly escape it to say, oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm like, at this point, you being complicit in the acts,
Yep.
that's accessory, okay?
Yep.
But now it's like everybody got their story, and it's like, oh no, I wasn't for that when it was happening, and that's why I recorded the tape. And then like people on TikTok was like, yeah, the dude that recorded the tape was supposedly it was Meek Mills and Diddy in the room. That shit sounded painful. But he was like, they was like, no, it's not like you was in the room, my nigga. It don't sound like it's between the doors. It
Right.
was in the room.
Right.
So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
No.
Let's tell the truth, okay? Finally. It's gonna be a surviving Diddy. It really will. But I mean, all the shit, and then there's like Justin Bieber, like all like the celebrities like listed, like they want to say something bad about everybody who went to their party. I don't think that everybody that went to a Diddy party, is guilty of everything that happened. But I'm also like, if you like, okay, we only gonna be here for 30 minutes because it's gonna get a little weird after that. Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
You ain't got to go to every party.
It's a no.
Now I do
No.
understand to some people, Diddy has that clout and stuff, whatever, and you trying to make it and stuff, whatever. I can understand a little bit wanting to go, but when all that shit is going down and stuff, whatever, and you just quietly exit stage, right? No, you part of the problem. You're part of the problem, sweetie.
Well, that's like when any of this still come out, like with R. Kelly, when it was like, oh yeah, the bodyguard was going to recruit kids from the playground when they was driving him up to the playground. Like, y'all knew. I want y'all just as culpable as he is, and y'all should face charges as well, because the only person that's actually innocent in this situation is the kid. Whether they went to price of willingly, they were still kids.
Yep.
So that's why it's called statutory when they agree to it, even though they don't know what they're really agreeing to.
Because you know better.
Yeah,
you know better.
You know better. Okay. I mean, it's just the accountability. So I mean, the evidence that Cassie had in her case was damning. So I'm like, for her to settle, and then it's admitted into court, so it's not like she settled. She
played that right though.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, y'all coming for her, but I'm like, shoot, she did the right thing.
And she played that right. Look,
her.
I'm not gonna go full press with it, but at the same time, pay me and just think about what I just told you. I'm gonna leave it right here for you to marinate. That's what she did. I'm not gonna go full press, but some stuff was happening, and it may or may not have been, something you might want to look at.
But see, the thing about that to me, like after he settled with her, I don't want to have it move like countries to non-extradition country. I don't want to have it like, oh yeah, because after what happened with her, he went ahead and he stepped down out of all his companies so that he's no longer the head.
Because he knew.
But the thing about that is, you should have went ahead and left the country and got rid of all the evidence, because you had to know they was coming after you. You thought that was it. The allegations alone, like if it was just assault on her, that'd be different. But she said human sex trafficking and drug running.
Yep.
If the DEA don't pick up on that and the FBI don't, come on now.
Right. Which you knew they would. But they would.
But I said, who was your legal team? But you should have been out the country. Like,
right. Any rookie on their first day of the job would have picked up on that.
Been gone. Like, okay. Well, I mean, shit.
But I like how she did that though. Look, I'm just gonna get a little bit of money out of this and stuff, whatever. I mean, I'm not saying that was the whole reason, because obviously,
people
she went through some shit,
all the time. People
right,
all the time. So the whole Lemonade album was Beyonce's pain. Okay, so
right.
I'm just saying. And then 4-4. That was him.
Am I hearing the rain?
Oh, is it by you now? Let's stop raining over here.
Yo, it is storming out there.
No, for real. That's it was like everything. When the kids came in, I was like, oh yeah, now they scared now.
I heard that past the headphone, which I can hear everything else and stuff, whatever. But I'm just saying, like rain.
It must be pouring over there. Yeah,
it is.
The pool getting full up.
Girl. And I'm right here by the window too, so. But yeah, no, she set that up nice though. I mean, we not gonna just slide or overlook Cassie. She did that nice, but what she had to go through and stuff, whatever, and all the charges and stuff, whatever, she at least set it up in a way that she got her payday, which she doing it for the money. Oh well, and then also B, she also pointed people in the right directions and let them handle it. Because that's the thing, though. She didn't, go, oh, I'm going to go to court. No, she said, you know what? This ain't my fight. I got what I needed. because at this point she needs it because she's gonna have to start over. I need it.
Well,
Y'all can handle that.
she already got married and had 2 of the kids. Like, she says that like her relationship with her husband that she's with now.
Yeah, but you know
That's
how
helped
it
her.
is. You
I mean,
in a
but
bad relationship, you
that's
need
therapy and
something.
shit. That's therapy and shit. Like,
Right, that's that closure. That's that
but you gotta
aha.
get time.
That's
Yeah.
that, you know, that. But
You need time for
that's what I'm
that.
saying.
Everybody's like, oh,
You
why
know.
she didn't come right away? I'm like, no, she needs the time to process that shit. The way that stuff supposedly played out. Oh yeah, nah. She needed some time.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
scared?
No, I'm not scared, but you know, it kind of started me a little bit, you know.
She's like, I hear the rain. Hold
I
the
mean,
fuck
I'm a little bit buzzed and I heard that boom. I was like,
Yes,
hold
Lord.
up, hold up. Right?
No, that's why I was like, Okay, so Cowboy Carter.
Okay, all right.
And I'll pull up the
All right, so how about first we give our first impressions of the album? Okay.
So your first impression. Okay, so you not being a Beyonce fan, give me your first impression of the album because I'm a Beyonce fan, so I'm gonna tell you. Obviously, I loved it, but I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay, so my first impression of Cowboy Carter was, in a word, random. It was a lot going on. It was a lot coming at me. There was a lot of different. I'm not saying it was all bad. I'm not saying it was all bad. Calm down, calm your eyebrows. I'm saying it was random.
Okay, but good random, bad random, intriguing
Honestly,
random, just you just felt nothing about it. It's like, oh, it's random. And that was it.
honestly, that's how I felt. I listened to the first album, and like at the end of it, the last song went off, and because I was listening to another on a streaming service, and it went to the next one. I said, oh, that must be the end of the album. That was random. That was literally like, okay, random. You know, now also I was listening to that album on my way to, you know, something, you know, that was chaotic and whatever. So I gave it another listen, you know, after that. And after that, my second impression was eclectic. Like I can kind of, it wasn't truly a country album, which I'm glad she said it wasn't, you know, because
Yeah.
it wasn't. But it had some of those, you know, roots in there, you know, whatever. But for me, it was a collab album. It was a collab album, basically. Um, but there were some songs that I liked, and then there were some songs that I was just like, okay, when is the song gonna be over? But it was a good collab album. What was your second impression when you listened, other than loved it because that was your first impression?
Okay, so the first time I listened to it, I loved it. Okay. And then the second time I was listening to it, to more kind of like to dissect the album and see, okay, well, there's a lot of like subtle, jabs at the country community. And then it's also like, okay, when she said, well, y'all say I talk too country. Now I don't talk country enough. But okay.
You know what? You know what? I did hear that, but that wasn't what got me though. What got me was the different subtleties in the songs, right? Because
Oh yeah.
she did a couple of well-known songs. You know, Jolene, she did Blackburn, which, you know, side note, I liked Blackbird before. I said Blackburn, but I liked Blackbird before she covered it. And in those songs with Jolene, with Blackbird, with the it was another one that she covered that was a popular song and stuff, whatever. But I did like that there were subtleties in there. Blackbird in particular and stuff, whatever. First of all, the message is beautiful. And Blackbird is one of those songs where you don't actually have to have bitches you listening.
I'm looking at the other song to see I'm looking at my Spotify to see what the other song
Okay, all
I'm
right
talking
then.
about.
Okay, all right. So, the thing I like about Blackbird is that you don't actually have to have a great voice for that song to be beautiful. It's a beautifully written song and stuff, whatever. But hear me out, okay? Look, hear me out. But because Beyonce does have a good voice and she does have a musical ear and she has been doing it for a while, she didn't go all out over it and stuff, whatever. So for me, it was the subtle, you know melodic, line. It was the subtle riffs and stuff, whatever, the subtle rhythmic changes that she made in the song that I was like, oh, okay, it's still Blackbird, but it's Beyonce's Blackbird. Stuff like that. Or when she did Jolene with Dolly Parton and stuff, whatever, it wasn't just Jolene begging and pleading Jolene. It was B Jolene. You know what I'm saying? It
No
was,
peace depends on how you move. Okay.
right, right. Woman, I'm warning you, go get you another man. You know what I'm saying? So like, even though it was still the same song, and it kept the same feeling, I guess, whatever, of the song, the spirit. It kept the same spirit of the song, but it had a subtlety, a difference that made it hers, which is a good. Okay, pause it. Okay.
No, you did understand. That's why I went. But Blackbird has Beyonce, Tanner Dale, Brittany Spencer, Tiara Kennedy, and then Raina Roberts. So those are 4 other Black country singers.
And that was phenomenal, because I actually had not heard any of those ladies before, any of those artists before. And so that made me want to go and look for more of their stuff, which I will probably do throughout the week. But it's one thing to do a cover, it's another to make the cover your own. And with, Dolly Parton's blessing, and with what's his name? That did Blackbird. I'm a stumble over that now. Um, but with his blessing, he said he loved it and stuff, whatever. With their blessings and stuff, whatever, she was able to take those songs and make it her own. She didn't try to, change it too much to make it unrecognizable. But she did, add subtle nuance to it, and I really enjoyed Blackbird because she could have done something completely different and made the song unrecognizable. She could have done completely pop. She could have gone, brought in a whole lot of sense. She could have done it a different way, but I like the fact that she kept it and it's more muted and it's more stripped down and it's more close to the lyric tone that she did. So that's why I say the second listen. Usually, if I have to listen to an album a second time, I'm not gonna put the work into it. I'll listen to a couple of songs as they come on through Spotify or YouTube Music because you've listened to the album, so they're gonna play it. But with this one, it was forced for me to listen to the second one, but I'm glad I did. Um, and I will honestly say that listening to that song that she did with Miley Cyrus, um, I was not always a huge fan of Miley Cyrus. I won't say that I hated her because I didn't. But it was definitely one of those things that I wouldn't say that I avoided, but if I didn't have to listen to it, I was fine. But listening to this song with her and Beyonce and stuff like that, because of the way they did the song, I really did hear a lot of nuances and a lot of layers and a lot of textures in Miley Cyrus's voice. And I'm like, I wonder if that's always been there. And then also it made me think back to when she was acting and stuff. I was like, they really did force her to be like in her upper register, strip down all the character from her voice and stuff, whatever. So, that also brought another, component of awareness, whatever, out of the album. So I will say that it was very eye-opening, for that album.
Okay, so that being said, and you're not really being a Beyonce fan, which is fine, but having listened to the album twice,
I will say I listened to it open-mindedly,
I don't know that, but having listened to it twice, do you understand the hate that the album is getting from people that haven't listened to it? Because people are like, oh, Beyonce should not be on a country album, which is why she came out and said it's not a country album, it's a Beyonce album, which it's not. She raps on there, she does country, she's singing, she does opera. I'm like, it's you're muted, Jessica. But no, she does so much on that album, and I'm like, for everybody to be like, oh, the people that haven't seen it, haven't heard it yet. Oh, I don't think she should be doing country. Why?
I will say to those people that are hating on it just because they think it's an imitation, right? Because that's what they probably think it is. It's an imitation, right? They think it's an imitation of a country album. To
Yes,
those
Willie
people,
Nelson and Dolly Parton giving blessings on the album.
right? Yeah, yeah. But I would say to those people, um, get rid of the notion that it's supposed to be a country album because it at the end of the day, it wasn't a country album. Which I have nothing against country artists. I like country artists, but it was not a truly country album. For me, maybe maybe somebody singing some country songs that they really like, whatever what they mean to them, whatever. But to those people, I would say that they're going to miss out on a different perspective on those songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so side note, I love Jolene, the original. But given the context that we're giving now with the Beyonce song, I'm like, I really don't understand why we was like, oh yeah, Jolene, please don't take my man. At this point, why? I mean, she literally was like, hey, I know he cute. I know you want him. It's a dime a dozen. I'm gonna tell you, girl, don't try
Right.
it.
It's the begging and the pleading, right?
Yeah, so
like
I really like that aspect of Jolene. Cause I'm like,
I
oh,
did too. And that's why I say it was a different perspective. And I'm glad that Dolly Parton got on board with it. Now
yeah.
she should have got on board with that R&B version that we saw on TikTok. If we can remember, you should plug her in, whatever, so they can check it out, the R&B version. But it was a different perspective. It was like, look, I'm warning you, rather than please don't take him just because you can. I really liked that perspective on it. I really liked it, and I was glad that Dolly Parton was on board with it as well.
Yeah, I mean, when you
That's why I
can't sing
say
that
if you
song
don't
without
listen
her
to
being
the
on board.
album, you're gonna miss out on different perspectives to these songs, and not just Blackbird, not just Jolene. She did Jodder. She did the song with what's her name, Miley Cyrus and stuff, whatever. She
Now that was
did.
supposedly like a lesbian anthem.
I guess so. I don't
If you
know.
listen to the words of the song, they was like, oh yeah, no, they fucking.
I
And I
think they
was
say
like,
that just because it's two women singing it and stuff, whatever.
that's how I
But
was like,
I don't mind at all if it was. But
well, like, 'cause, like the responses on TikTok, people were like, "Oh yeah, that reminds me of my relationship with my best friend or whatever," and I'm like, "Okay." So I didn't get it in that aspect of it, but again, I don't get too deep into it like that. Now, if I look at the lyrics of a song and it's like we fucking, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, maybe that's what they meant, you know. But is there anything other than that? I feel like it's open to interpretation. So I'm like, okay. I mean, it was a beautiful song. I actually am a fan of Miley. Uh, I wasn't a fan of the Hannah Montana stuff, obviously.
right, that's what I say.
But
I've become a fan as of late.
yeah, no.
You
I
know,
mean, I wasn't a Hannah Montana fan. I wasn't for that weird, time when she was twerking and wearing like. I wasn't for
yeah,
that.
I think I became more of a fan when she came with "I Could Buy My Own Flowers" because to me
She
that
split
was
with
an
Liam.
empowerment album. It was more of a fuck you, like you know what I'm saying, like not
When she split
necessarily.
with Liam, like that's when that was. That's
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you pretty and all that, but fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think when she actually started that album is when I started hearing more of her stuff. More of her, and then also when she was on The Voice and stuff, whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, she got range. So
Yeah, I mean, she has a very unique voice.
yeah,
So
yeah.
the fact that they had her doing all that pop stuff
Right.
at the beginning of her career, I was like, yeah, okay. But
Right. And I'm like, no wonder she like cracked, because she has that
but
type
it
of voice.
allows
And
her
then
her fans to grow with her because at that time her fans were in the Disney so they or in the Nickelodeon or whatever it was Disney, I think. In
it was
Disney.
Disney.
So they were into that. They grew up with her, and then her taste changed. And when she went left on that, that one summer with Robin Thicke, when she was doing the stuff she was doing, performance with the foam finger. I'm scarred still from that, but
Okay.
But I do remember that. And then like after that, she kind of settled down when she got married, and then they split. And now she's putting out music again. I mean, the Wrecking Ball song was, I love that song.
Yeah. I
Uh,
think that's what made me take notice of her. Like, I was like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a really good song. I like the one song I do like from her Hannah Montana time is The Climb.
mm-hmm.
Uh
You
it
know, we black folk, we do love a good struggle story that we overcome, you know. I mean, let's be real.
I
You know
mean
I'm not lying.
The Color
Y'all
Purple.
know I'm not lying.
Girl, no.
Okay. My boyfriend said that his favorite position is one we can't do. Should I be offended? Okay, I'm intrigued. Okay.
It sounded like it'd be funny enough for me to be like, okay, we're ending on a good note. Okay.
Right, because you're gonna have to cut out the whole thing with the books. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they
anyways,
already know how weird you are.
right, okay. So, my boyfriend, 22 female, boyfriend, 23 male, said that his favorite position is one that we can't do. Should I be offended? My boyfriend and I had finished having sex when during pillow talk I asked what his favorite position was. I had expected him to say one that we had done together because after I asked him, he smiled to himself and in his head and in my head, I thought he was probably thinking about us doing it, which obviously made me smile too. But then he said that it was a position in which the girl wraps her legs around him and stands up. For context, I'm a slightly bigger girl, not too overweight, but I'm tall and a little chubby. He is a little bit taller than me, but very strong, while being quite skinny and muscular. We have never done this position, which has just made me feel very strange and somehow sad. He then said that he he doesn't think we'd be able to do it, which made me feel even worse. Him and I haven't been together for very long, but throughout our time together, he mentions his ex a lot. They had
Oh,
been together for a very long time, girl, for a very long time before they split, and they've been split for about 4 or 5 months. His answer just made me think he's thinking of her and what they've done together. Again, the theme of me being a bigger girl has also come up before and already feel too big for him. Am I overreacting? Should I talk to him about it? Kind of just cut off after he said it and haven't said much. Please tell me if I'm being crazy. Edit. For everyone saying I should just lose weight, I am currently in the process. I've started eating a lot healthier. And
oh
first
my
of all, you don't owe these people
God.
no explanation. More active. I moved city. I didn't end up speaking with him about it, and I feel like if I brought it up now, it would just cause arguments. Thanks for all the feedback. Though it's gratifying to know people understand where I was coming from. First of all, you don't owe these people shit as far as an
Okay.
explanation.
So
Okay. Let's just get that off rip. Okay.
I'm surprised trying to figure out what position you talking about. Because I'm like, she's standing up, straddling you.
Yeah, she got her legs around him and she stands up. I'm going back to it. Okay. Where was it?
I'm like,
Okay. It was the position which the girl wraps her legs around him and he stands up. Okay, so I
oh,
guess he holding her, while
oh,
he
well,
stand up.
if he can't hold you up, he can't hold you up. I mean, that's more on him than on you, boo boo. Okay. He
Right?
knew what side you was when he laid down with shit, okay?
Right. I feel like that's just a lot of her insecurity, just cropping up.
They have equipment. They have the whole door swing and shit like that. No.
For real. For real. Get you a friend, girl.
But
Shoot, they got weight limits for us big girls, okay?
yeah, don't use the door window. Anywho, I feel like
Look, let me get my ladder real quick. Hold on. I will find someplace that ain't there.
yeah, you have understood. Yeah. Anyway, um, I feel like he the asshole. But then I'm also like, well, you should be able to be honest with your partner, but also,
Also, I feel like he the asshole because you keep bringing up this ex.
well,
Second
yeah,
of all, y'all
yeah.
just been separated 4 or 5 months. Really, whatever. Clearly, you're not over them. So you just using, old chick as a rebound.
Wait, okay, so yeah, are they even together? Is that her boyfriend for real, for real? Because I mean, y'all been separated 4 or 5 months. He's still stuck on old girl, so there's no way y'all are actually dating.
Right, right, right. I mean, y'all tell us. I mean, can you actually date someone within 4 or 5 months of breaking up with somebody else, especially if you're still thinking about them, reminiscing about them, if you will, and stuff, whatever? Like, are you
Definitely
actually really
reminiscing,
dating the
yeah.
other person? Right, definitely reminiscing, right? Like, because I could see how she had seen it in her head when he was thinking about it. He started smiling. She was like, "What? Tell me," And then he told her, she was like,
Face lower, yeah, broken,
I
broken.
mean, because y'all know what y'all know what this girl going through. Y'all know.
I mean, I feel like there's a reason why he is dating slash hooking up with you. Um, he can find
For
that.
a rebound.
Yeah. And with rebounds, I hate to say, I don't care. With rebounds now. Usually it's not my type for a rebound. It's the exact opposite of what I go for.
Warm
Just
body.
so.
Warm body. Yep, trying to get over somebody by getting under somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's so gross though.
it's crude,
Because
but it's the truth.
yeah, for him it's a rebound. But for her, oh yeah, no. They dating. They go together real bad. And it's like, okay, girl. Yeah, y'all don't actually go together.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell they do because she was like my boyfriend and stuff. She'd asking questions, like, what's your favorite position and stuff, whatever, So ain't no chick that
I would ask to jump off that too, because I'm like, if I'm gonna be the jump off, I'm gonna be the best jump off. You know what I'm saying? You gonna reminisce about this jump off. You know what I'm saying? So
I
it's
don't know,
like,
like,
I don't know. I feel like they're not actually together. Together, if he feels so comfortable to be like, oh yeah, my ex-girlfriend, we used to do this all the time, whatever. If you know that's something that I can't physically do,
and he said it. Like bad enough because this is not the first time he brought up the ex, okay? So this ain't the
I'm
first
like, well,
time.
what side is she? Because I'm like, yeah, and then it'd be like people like, they're not really like fat, but they'd be like, well, I know I'm a little heavier. Yeah. It's like,
Mm-hmm,
shut up.
mm-hmm.
If you
No,
taking
not you
shit,
shaming.
you taking shit, you'd be fine. Okay. You just a little bloated right now. But that's my thing though. So I'm like, okay, well, if old dude is not a weightlifter, that he should not be trying.
Right, right.
If that's not your commitment, then don't worry about it. If that's not for you, then it's not for you. I mean, but that's fine. I'm just like, that's weird to be like, oh yeah, this is my favorite thing, but we could never. You know what I'm saying? That's weird.
I mean, but she didn't ask him to quantify it. She said, "What's your favorite?" Like, we eat ice cream. What's your favorite ice cream? That don't mean I got whatever in the freezer, but what's your favorite? Like
I
that's
mean,
why I
I
say
think,
some of that was insecurity, like and then some of that was like you walked right into that. Like he's still an asshole for sure,
I
but you
mean,
still walked into it.
but what should she do?
Ain't nothing you can do at this point. Just accept it all. Okay,
Have your feelings be hurt by your boyfriend? Because the validity of the relationship, I'm kind of like, if he's still hung up on his ex, y'all not together. Even if he
That's
says,
my
oh
thing.
yeah, that's my girlfriend, we're girlfriend, boyfriend. If he is still hung up on her, then you are in an open relationship with this girl, because she probably don't want his ass no more, but he still want her. So I mean, on that aspect alone, I would be like, you need to leave him, because clearly he's still hung up on her. Why would you settle for less? Like, you have to take into your esteem cannot be that low.
Mm-hmm.
Standards cannot be that low. If you still have feelings for somebody else, get at me when you know how you feel.
Right. I could respect you a lot more if you say, you know what, I'm interested in this, but I'm not in a good space. I'm not at that space where I can give you a good chance. I can give you the best of me right now.
Right, because
And
she's discounting herself, like, oh, well, I'm trying to lose weight, and then I'm like,
right, you could tell.
he don't
Right.
want he don't want you. He wants his girl. He wants his ex back, and he might
Mm-hmm.
have feelings for you, but he wants his ex. So, however y'all decide to deal with that, or however he
Yep.
decide to deal with that, you need to figure out what you want to do to deal with that, because you should not give all that power in his hands. Where he be like, what if he like, oh, I'm gonna try to work it out my ex the next day.
Right. Yeah.
All
You
that
know
dieting
what?
and stuff,
Thinking
you doing
about
that
that favorite
self-hating.
position, I should probably call her.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's crazy because I'm also like, what's your favorite position? It should automatically be like that we do or that you want to do with me. You know what I'm saying? It should not
Right,
be.
because my thing is, because you're a decent human being, you're gonna think about something that you've done with that person. For him to just go like, "Oh man, my favorite position was one I did with my ex, but I don't think we can do it though, whatever." Like,
You could be like, hey, I want to try this. And then when there's a will, there's a way, a swing, back of the door, or you can do the stud finder and find one in the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
right, put some hard, install some hard points in your own bedroom, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look it up. But yeah, yeah, no, I feel like I want to say he's an asshole, but also she walked into that. She, needs to
so she's
what?
an asshole. I mean, but like, so she's the asshole in the scenario. You're the asshole because you asked for this, and there's a possibility that he's gonna say something that you can't do. Although that's the asshole moving him more. Okay. So you asked, you know that he's still hung up on his ex.
Because you threw in that comment like he brought up his ex more than once. So
Yes, I mean, so you know that he's hung up on his ex. So there's a possibility his favorite position is with his ex.
Because he still wants to be with his
Yeah,
ex.
so I'm like, yeah, so no, I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, you the asshole.
Yeah. All right, y'all. This has been Whoallcomin. I'm Marooned Assassin. We got Jmonea, and we had Coach Ash on there and Jrichthebarbar. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Stop the recording.